there, it's Clark Reid back with more tech headlines for you. If you enjoy these reports or find them useful, you could help us out by massaging that like button, and you can also subscribe. You know when each new non-AI written report is available, as long as the AI hasn't taken over completely, which so far it hasn't. Starting in just a few days on March 18th, Meta platforms, Facebook, Instagram, and Threads will begin testing community notes. According to Engadget.com, notes won't appear publicly on posts right away. The company wants to make sure the writing and rating system is working as intended before the notes start showing up for everybody. If this community notes bit sounds familiar, that's because it is a pretty clear ripoff from X, which Meta even admits. They're saying it'll bring extra context to posts that could use more explanation, clarity, or perhaps correction. In fact, Meta will initially base its rating system on X's open source algorithm. This will allow us to build on what X has created and improve it for our own platforms over time, unquote, the company said in an announcement. Considering the way community notes has sometimes worked on X, I'd expect extra chaos as some contributors post BS alleged clarifications that slant things towards their political views. Hey, they're free platforms. Remember always that you are the product. Google Gemini will now allow personalization of answers based on your search history. Of all the things Google has going for it that sets it apart from every other platform on the planet, your search history has got to top the list. Now, TheVerge.com reports that the Google will be using this muscle to give you highly personalized responses. If you activate personalization, Gemini will automatically analyze your query to see if referring to your search history can enhance its response. Gemini will also connect to, in the future, to YouTube and Google Photos, enable you to really drill down on personalization of responses. And by the way, you can disconnect your search history from Gemini at any time. And Google says they're providing a clear banner with a link to doing that. Ukraine may not have to worry about on-again, off-again access to Elon Musk's Starlink satellites for information they need in fighting off the Russians. The European government, the governments, that is, are in talks with 4 different satellite companies about providing service to Ukraine. The NextWeb.com says European leaders are increasingly concerned about relying on Starlink. Fear stoked by a Reuters report that the U.S. officials had threatened to cut off the system to Ukraine if the company doesn't meet demands on sharing its mineral wealth. It should be noted that Musk himself said that wasn't the case. Nonetheless, the UK's Inmarsat, Luxembourg's SES, and Spain's Hidsat told Financial Times they are discussing with governments and EU institutions about how to provide backup to connectivity so that Ukraine can continue on in their fight against getting the Russians out of their country. The Trump administration's EPA is wasting no time in killing off the higher fuel economy requirements that were set to go into effect in 2026 through 2032. According to ArsTechnica.com, this takes the gas off the pressure on car makers to sell more electric vehicles. The corporate average fuel economy target now drops from 54.5 mpg down to 40.5 miles per gallon. I'm Clark Reid, and you're Technified for now.